Good evening and thanks for joining us. Oklahoma's record-setting heat is pushing Tulsa residents to use a record amount of water.
All out of the goodness of his heart, Chuck, but the mayor says he needs more time to consider his offer. Here's some of what's made him successful and controversial.
Yeah, 2 words: online shopping. All right, well, summer is here, and for many families, that means finding a good babysitter for their young children.
This really is the worst of it here in Veneta. People are wading through neighborhood streets that they're accustomed to driving through.
All right, rock out, Yvonne. Coming up new at 6, we'll hear from one of Oklahoma's own bands that's finally made it to the main stage. Robert Cooper says the burglar came in, helped himself to the register and to his booze, and he knows all of this because he says he was watching the security cameras from home. The shops on Peoria were supposed to help revitalize the community and create more than 60 jobs. But so far, the project is in limbo. News Channel 8's Bert Mumolo reports on the blame game. Bert?
Of course, that's what makes this historic, is that the 27th governor is also a first. She's the first female.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Oklahoma's record-setting heat is pushing Tulsa residents to use a record amount of water.
Yeah, a lot of water. We used 204 million gallons of water Saturday, and that breaks a previous high of 190 million gallons set back in 1999.
Well, EMSA is also setting some unfortunate records. They've taken 182 people to the hospital this summer for heat-related problems, 80 more than this time last year. 6 of the patients were transported today. Now, you might not know it, but heat is the #1 weather killer, with the elderly especially vulnerable. Of course, Oklahoma is not alone. 11 states could feel temperatures as high as 115 degrees this week, and 40 of the 50 states will have temperatures above 90. Ouch.
Yeah. Well, we broke 90 not long after the sun came up this morning.
Well, some frightening moments inside a Tulsa credit union this morning where a man claimed to have a bomb. It's a story first reported on KTUL.com.
But I just want to give you a scope of how big this problem is. I am 5'4", and here is the root of a tree trunk, and it's as tall as me, maybe even taller. But you know what really has so many people here awestruck, myself included, is what is still standing. It has a story all of its own. A semi wrapped around a tree, cars stacked like dominoes. Then a sight so eerie it stopped us in our tracks.
Oh, I know that there's a lot of life lost over there.
Besides these wheelchairs, a barely recognizable bus, and a few cots, not much is left of Greenbrier Nursing Home. 12 of the missing were here when the EF5 tornado hit.
There's people in that nursing home that I go to church with.
But just when people like Irene Stone thought all was lost, a light illuminates the dark.
I think that's wonderful.
The cross is definitely a symbol and hope for people. I think it's kind of like, yeah, God's in charge.
Bill Williams lost the place where he got married. His kids were baptized here, and a little girl who attended kindergarten at the church's school didn't make it. But he says God hasn't forgotten them, and you haven't either.
The people of Tulsa, please pray for us, and we appreciate your prayers and the support that we've gotten from all over the country. It's been phenomenal.
You know, for many people, the ride into the BOK Center was one full of hope. That's because they did not have a ticket. In fact, a lot of people showed up today looking for anyone to help them out with a ticket, but they didn't want to pay full price. They were looking for a steal.
Go Tigers! We're here to support our team.
Pam Allen has tickets, but other basketball fans aren't so lucky. We found them big and small looking for a golden ticket. There were plenty of people outside the BOK willing to help for a fee, of course. One man tells me he had 15 available. Others looking to buy couldn't get in on the games they wanted. Single sessions sold for $79, but fans wanting last-minute access were hoping to snatch them for half of that. One of them was willing to talk as long as we didn't exchange names. How bad do you want tickets?
Oh, it'd be kind of nice to have them. Like, you got some? Well, me personally, I don't mind going to the game. It's just my brother. Heck, he's really needs some tickets real bad.
But there was also plenty of action outside the arena. 2 tents outside the BOK near 2nd and Denver have beer, games, and plenty of hot food. Some people bypass the BOK altogether to party nearby.
Everybody's excited to be down here, and it's a great thing. It's a great thing. The national spotlight, all we could ask for.
And of course, some of those dedicated fans traveled as far away as Arizona, California, and Memphis. In fact, we ran into 2 dedicated fans today.
If we win today, we're coming back right after work again Saturday, doing the exact same thing, riding all the way back up here, watching the game Sunday and going back.
And now they tell us they only had tickets for today's game, which actually turned out to be a pretty good thing because, you know, the Tigers didn't win today. That's a blessing in disguise. Of course, they wish it would have been different. Now, one good thing is that it didn't rain. And for a second there, Frank, we were out here today and it got really dark and we were like, whoa, 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 what's going on?
Yeah, a little scary with all those people out there.